Congratulations. Now that you are on the Plan B Spread Cash Flow Solution Club, there are a few things I want you to know. Let me quickly just run this one before I will expand. Your opportunity are in three dimensions. So you have to understand that. Your opportunity are in three dimensions. And what are the three dimensions of your opportunity? But splitted into different segments. First is passive investment, diversification. Okay? So you need to be aware of this. And this is what cut across different segments. So I will take you through on the Telegram. You pass through all of those things. So I make this thing a little simpler. I'm going to paste it on the group so that you can understand. It's not a casting stone. Now, first of it is that you are going to connect your account, for copy trading and as easy as possible. Which is, we say chat will support for the first one, the 24 amplified funding Sonic AI, which can record you up to 10 to 25% monthly possible. And of course, but this is highly conservative. Okay. This is highly conservative. But you need to know when you talk about this, you may not be seeing profit every day. Sometimes there will be loss. All right. Sometimes there will not be any money at all, profit. So, and profit has come in tiny, 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 right? But that's the advantage of you being on 24x. So imagine if you're on 24x. So what we say, basic combo, if you can go, say, okay, let me plan myself. Having come in with my yearly subscription or monthly subscription, Pro is still ongoing now, 50%. So on yearly and half a year. So let's say you pay $50 for half a year or $75 for a full year. So what is my investment capital? Okay, you can first think about $300. And how is this $300 going to be split? Number one, maybe $50 to the amplified funding. So please, it's flexible. So $50 to amplified funding, okay, and $200 to PBS Connect. So you need to chat with support to know how all these ones are done. So $200 to the PBS Connect, that's the minimum, okay? Then $50 to PBS Connect Synthetic. All right. So which can do you maybe average of 30% a month, let's say. Let's say this one too can do you average of 10 to 30% in a month. So just understand, okay? Now, the question you may ask me, Felix, since this one is like 30% a month, why don't I go for this? What do we say? Passive investment diversifications. So diversification means that you are working on this thing so that you will not just be entangled to one thing. So you must understand. Do you get it? So you now say, okay, why don't I put more money here? There are reasons. Minimum you can connect with this is $200. You can connect minimum with this $50. I think to an extent it's been increased already, but I think you can still go ahead for $50, which is basic. Okay. And here, minimum can be $10, but it's good to be reasonable here, conservatively. Now, you have other options. You can say, okay, I don't want to even do too much scatter. I'm putting $100 here and $200 here. I'm okay. Fine. Okay. Um, okay. I don't want to put here. So you have options. I just want to put the whole thing here. Why not? $300, no problem. Okay. I don't want to put anyone here, not here. I want to put the $300 here. It's okay. But our advice is that split your tentacle. Over time, you can have money to compound or add fund. That will make more sense for you. Do you understand? All right. So that's one of the first things you must understand. So I say, okay, you now ask, what if it's only $50 I have? You start here. Okay. So, okay, what is only $100 I have? Okay, you can put here $50 and put here $50. I think I've solved the problem. But to be reasonable to start, minimum is $300. So, but What if it's only $100 I have? Okay, put $50 here and $50 here. Are you following? So that is 24S amplifier funding, $50, and then PBS Connect Synthetic, $50. Then over time, you have most risk fund. You now want to add to other portion. Now you go to average combo, $1,000. How do I split it? $100 on amplifier option, $200 on PBS Connect Forex, $100 on PBS Connect Synthetic, then $200 on crypto spot, so that when we drop signal, you buy some coin, you hold. It can be few days, can be few weeks, can be a month, and he has done maybe 2, 3, or 300, or 2 or 3%, 5%, 10%, 20%, 30%. You sell it, you make profit. Okay. Then stock recommendation. So on those stock platforms, you register maybe like Bamboo, Meritrade, Trove, Optimums, and all of that. So this can be buying both local and international stock. I just like, okay, $100 of $200, you can split it as you want. Maybe $100 for international stock. And then, so this money can just stay on on Bamboo. So you can just deposit maybe worth of $200 in your currency, Naira, or whatever. And then you can now have to be buying stocks and sell and all of that. Then crypto robotic, we have a crypto robotic that is a passive income. So it can be slow. Maybe in a year you may do 100%. In a year you may do, there are different strategy anyway. You may do so, but all of these are hand-free. You don't lift the fingers to do anything here. The only play you may lift a finger is on your crypto spot and stock recommendations. And maybe when you now look, I have my $1,000, but for crypto and stock recommendation, I don't have that time now. So I just want to start with the one I will not lift the fingers. Okay, it's okay. My 1,000, let me split it into maybe four. Okay, you now say, okay, I put $500 here. So I put, let's say, okay, if I split my 1,000 into four, so you may say 250, 250, all right, something like that. Then 250 and 250, stuff like that. Or 200, okay, so 200. So this one, $100, or maybe still 200. Yes, okay, maybe 200, 200, and then 300, 300. Do you understand? So where you are not, we're just making, please pay attention to all of this and choices you want to make. Then VIP combo, $3,000. This may be out you want to have set aside, and then 500 in all. Or, oh, Felix, I'm busy, I don't have time, but I will advise, because this is not, you are not doing frequent trading. You can buy and hold for the next 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, and all of that. All right. So stock is very good for you. Spot crypto is very good for you. So these are not difficult investment diversification that you can do. But nevertheless, if you don't, you can say, okay, I'm only focusing on Amplify, PBS Connect Forest, PBS Connect Synthetic, and Crypto Robotic. So that means I'm only going to be doing in this 3,000, maybe 750, 750. Okay. So 750, 750, then 750, 750, stuff like that. Okay. All right. So VIP, VVIP, $5,000 and above. So that's just minimum, if you know that in that category. So maybe you are still the part that say, okay, well, at least if you are $5,000 and above, it is important you take advantage of all of the segment. So you may say, okay, 1,000, 1,000, okay. And then maybe if you don't want to go too much, say, okay, crypto spot 500, and make this one PBS synthetic 1,000, okay. And then crypto okay, 1,000. So this is the very, very fantastic opportunity that you can just, now let me just now go to the platform. And so you go there. Of course, you need to ask question if you don't understand some things, but this will explain detail to you on the platform so that you can navigate and see what's there. So let me show you how you navigate the Telegram. It's very, very important, because I know many persons will just be looking after you have connected your account on 24X, you don't even do anything again. Okay. So I hope you can see my screen. All right. So now let's go. So this is the Telegram channel for Plan B Express Cash Flow Solution Club. So when you come in, you're going to see different things. So we're adding more features to help us because it's a one-jump shop. Now, sometime if you click all like this, so you see Forex trading setup. Now, if you fund your account on a personal ground, you want to be buying and selling, which I encourage because you are not the one doing the dirty job. We do the analysis, refine, give you entry and exit. And I think you will be surprised to yourself if you are following those instructions. So, and that's why we have, first of all, if you look at it here, because we want everybody to be, on the know to understand how to explore this. So if you look at education and resources, but there's a place here that you see what we said. Look at it here. So let me scroll. Beginners, not this beginners awareness signal. So beginners class. So you need to go to the beginners class and you will see a link here. So you have to click on this link to take you to the training, all right, and information. Then there's another link up here. You need to click on them to take you to, I think some of them are pinned. So you have to go there and click on them to go through some of those training. They are good for you. At your leisure time, you can start learning gradually so that at least to understand basics. Do you understand? It's very, very important. So we're going to talk about our healthy lifestyle and all of that. I think we're going to be having some scheduled training and awareness on around that. Okay. Then you have the, so let's now go. So you now have this segment. So Forex trading at signal setup. So you can see where we send signal, you buy. Okay. So look at this as an example now. Let's say this. Okay. So you buy, you sell, and all of that. So you see signals are giving buy gold 4310, stop loss 4300, take profit, and this happened. This is 400 pips. Even for that week, if that's the only thing you do is enough. All right. So then you have other informations, and when we send, sometime we then look at crypto. Awaiting price action confirmation, meaning that we're buying from here, but we want the market to settle and give us a confirmation before we can now enter into the market. Okay. So once it happens, and that's why we want to learn just basic. But nevertheless, even when the signal is now confirmed, we still send, and then you can take trade. And so we now say if you want to actually take trade with future, you need to have an account on CoinW because that's what we use for manual and probably Bybit or whichever one of your choice. So then, of course, this is a place where general information, talk, and all the type. So you have any question, maybe you want to just ask us or talk to somebody in the group, this is where you make use of it. This is what we post update, maybe training seminars coming up and all of that. This is where you get all those information. Registration links has to do with all the platforms we're using. You can see important links, Forex, automation, and all of that, synthetic, crypto, passive capital market, and savings investment. And so all of those platforms where you buy stock, all right, then volatility indices and the reefs and okay. So either you have started using them or not, register, verify your account because when you now gain understanding, you want to make use of them. Do you understand? Very, very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Then you have synthetic, right? You have synthetic trading setup. Where was this trading setup? That's where we send signal. All right. So if you look at this signal, this is synthetic setup. You see how the trade was running and see profit made and all of that, just to give us updated and all of that. So these are the things so it's for you. All the resources are for you. Just make use of it and enjoy. So educational resources, some important information to learning, records, and all of that. You come back here and to actually watch it and learn more, get more understanding, because we don't want a place where you are supposed to take signals, other information are coming there, and all of that. Do you get it? All right. So let's wait and ask question if you have any questions. So what to be doing? Some of those other training record will be sent here for future, for forex, for synthetics. Are you getting it? All right. The stock recommendation, of course, where we tell you buy this stock and all of that. And that's part of the thing we want to learn basic things to understand, okay, where should I buy? How should I buy? And this is crypto spot. This was a massive profit we made a particular week, and then it was amazing. Okay. So you can see that maybe in your crypto spot, you have like $100 there, and then we call it coin. So you can split that $100 to two, $50, buy two, and then you are good, right? These are the things we always encourage people to pay attention on, and then so that we can build together and enjoy our money together. Does that make sense? So very, very important. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you come in on the system, so navigate, ask questions so that you don't just one-sided without leveraging and taking advantage of your opportunity. The opportunity is massive. So that's why we put this together. We're not joking and we're not playing. I'm sorry. We mean business. That's the truth. We mean business. We want people to be liberated. If you ask me, I've been my mind, my brain, so much time. God, what are we going to do to help people, especially our community, so that they can build wealth, so that they can be financially independent? All right. And that's why we put a lot of tools together. Okay. I think there's a place to now have not sent a scanner. So I think I need to send a scanner section so that training of scanners, how to use those scanners and all of that. So that's a different strategy altogether. And so if you look at it now, for anyone who have been following or who have been with us before, we know that, okay, we have different scanner that indicator that are being refined. So you can see where you don't, even when signal does not come, all right, when we have not sent signal, you can look at the scanner and take trade. Look at what happened here this morning now. So I do not even have time to have sent the signal, right? But what happened? Scanner have picked it. So whoever that was in the market, and you can even send alert on this type of scanner. So imagine when it tells you to buy here. So probably when you now buy here, so although stop loss is too big, so to reduce this stop loss, you may want to go to a lower time frame. But with this scanner now, 100 pips already done. But imagine if you are targeting this point, that would be like 290 pips. Will it get there? Maybe no, maybe yes. So the best bet is that probably want to go to like 5 minutes, and then you can see, right? So like 5 minutes or even 3 minutes, because sometimes when the market, so look at it. So 3 minutes, perhaps you will have taken the trade. And if I tell you what this 3 minutes has done, let's quickly look at it. So let's from here to this point, it's already 100 pips. So you are okay. Take your 100 pips and go and relax. Are you following? Take your 100 pips and go and relax. And that's what it is. So different opportunity segments. Look at Bitcoin. So look at where it has to buy Bitcoin. So in Bitcoin here now, if you look at it, how many points, if you take it from here, this is 500 point. This is 600 and something point. So assuming you use one standard, okay? So let me just explain to you, Bitcoin, the point is 1-to-1 standard. So this is too long because Bitcoin is highly volatile. So that's why you cannot just use. So imagine here, if you're using one standard, let's say you want to lose $430. If you don't use one standard, maybe use 0.01, 0. So you can do the calculation separately. So, but on a good day, when the signals is coming more moderately, then you can see how to maximize. I'm just sharing with you those things that were put together that is for you freely to enjoy yourself, enjoy your market, right? And build wealth. So imagine, let's say, for anyone who have found an entry to Bitcoin, let's even say here, because give a signal here, and then it's still struggling, has not moved. Let's say here. Okay, so let's take the stop loss below here, and then let's say 1:2 risk reward. So let's now tap it to this point, 87,900 and something. Okay. So that's about 2,282 points. So 922 points. So if we use 0.1, so that means 0.1 is still 0.1. Do you get it? 0.1 is still 0.1. So that means 10 cents. So you can now say 0.1 multiplied by 999. So let's just call it 1,000. That's $100. So $100 is your stop loss and targeting 1:2 risk reward. And so let's look at that 1:2 risk reward. That would be how much? 2,282. So let's call it 2,280. So you can say 2,280, okay, multiplied by 0.1. That will be $222. So you have you already forgone $100 to make $222. So for a person who is using 0.5 or 0.2, so 0.2 will have been $200 is your betting amount, and then so times 2 will be $456. Yes, that's what you make now. So, but what if you have some other positions and you target up more to this point? So are you seeing now? That's one of the advantage and all of that. But understand that Bitcoin is highly volatile. It can be stopped out, and then markets still do what you want it to do. Okay. So you can see this point here now. This is Bitcoin, right? And then look at this. Right? So below and then take profit 1:2 risk reward. Done. Now this is 725 and then 1,500 and something. So, but imagine if you're targeting to top here, that's almost 1:3. But you understand? Now, so, or sometimes you even wait for this guy to say, hey, get out. Do you understand? So it happens that way. Look at it. If you even use only this scanner, I can tell you are going to be profitable. But although there are additional things we actually teach you to understand, so like market structure and basic price action, we help you. All right. So, but you now say, okay, I've taken a trade. I'm only going to exit when I see another buy. So that means at that point, you are exiting, maybe, yes, you are exiting somewhere here. Because when you have seen this guy, you are probably exiting somewhere here. That will be 1:3 risk reward. Okay. So if you take your, more than that, because your stop loss somewhere above here, that's about 1:5 risk reward, losing 333 points, and then to make about 1,919 points. Are you following? This is the unique aspect of our own scanner. We have different scanners that can help you. Now, I know this one will be truncated, and that's why, of course, definitely you are going to buy into this. It's very possible. And you probably may not exit, but if you are working strictly, that's why discipline and obey your rules, standard is very, very important. Like this one is going to give you a lot of problem because you have not, and that's part of the thing we talk about teaching basic things and all of that. Here you have sold, and here is saying, so you may not make any reasonable profit because the market was terribly choppy. So can you see now? This is an amazing scanner. So look at it now. Imagine here. So just understand that sometimes you will not win to that extent. This scanner is crazy, right? Yes. So let's say this scanner I've given you to buy here. Probably you didn't even buy here, but you buy this is an engulfing candle. You probably don't expect any push down, and then you are buying from here after this engulfing candle. Now, of course, your stop loss is going to be big. That's 800 and something point. Then you are targeting 1:2, or until you see, I think this will be news. Because okay, I don't know. So until you see this guy come, I think that will help beginners. Beginners, you wait until you see this scanner give you, hey, then you exit. So look at this now. This is 1:4, right? That's about 3,966 points. Now, let me now tell you, somebody who was risking $1,000, that's $885 because if you use one standard lot, that's 8 point. That's 1 point. So 855 points. Let's say 900 points. That's $900. And then you are making $3,966. So there's some teachings you will learn to know how to do that and all of that. Now look at it. Now you may not be finding trade all the time, but when you find it, you're going to love it. So look at this one when you give this, and then probably it was the candle after you enter. So the candle after you enter will be this. Then your stop loss, of course, above it. But if you have much positions, so now this has not say sell. So maybe when you say sell here, but of course, there are time when you are satisfied with your profit, you can take it and walk away. Now, these are different things altogether. Well, look at this one, massive, right? Now, if you don't entertain fear, you will enjoy it. But I'm not sure it's reasonable here that you have entered the trade here and then take profit here. That's why we have this called psychological level. So if you are going to be trading just strictly by following our instructions on these scanners, I'm sure you are going to be highly profitable. Okay, imagine here. Look at this one. But there's something you need to know now. So this is this. So your stop loss above here. You will have been fidgeting when this was happening. Right? So look at it. See when Inan give another buy. So as he give the buy, this 1:5. So losing 800 and something point to make about 4,700 points. So if it's still 800 you deploy, even if you are trading prop firm, so you're going to make 4,700 and something points. So this is the advantage of our scanners, and that's you have to learn how to make use of it. And I think we have done thorough training on how to make use of those scanners. So there are more scanners than just one of these, but you can see that this one is super powerful, right? This is very powerful. That will help you both in gold and in Bitcoin, especially. Okay, you can see gold. You can see a buy entry now on gold that just happened long. So if I go to the psychological level, so from this entry to this point is 100 pips. And so you can say, I've done my 100 pips, I'm okay. And so you're good. So if you use 0.1, that's $100. It's done. Do you understand? It's done. If you use 0.5, yeah. So 100 times 5, that's $500. You're done. Simple as that. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is how our platform works. And then we still give you more orientation on how to leverage on Plan B Express Cashflow Solution Club. So scanners are unlimited, right? We have unlimited scanners for every member. So they can take advantage of the scanner and make use of it and maximize trade so that trading is not difficult. But there are sometimes there are places you need to be held by the hands, and that's what makes the difference. Some persons don't want to be held by the hands, just want to jump into the ocean and trading like a swimming. When you have a good master, right, that's directing you and you are ready to learn. So, and I always tell people, I say, a learner will become a master, and a master will not become God. These are the things we need to learn. So you can see these are scanners. And if I show you another scanner here, all right, this is another scanner, right? Still working with this one you just watched. Okay, we have another scanner here. We have a lot of scanners that's going to help you to pick money with ease. Okay, so look at this. And right, so you can see now there's what we call fair value gap here. And then this is going to be like a restriction because it can form like a breaker block there. All right, so forget all those jargon I'm speaking. The most important is that how do I collect the money? And so you can see a fair value gap that is heavily available here. If it's going to inverse it, we don't know. It's going to reject there. So, but we are now going to be careful. This is another scanner entirely. Now, if you go to the Bitcoin, you're going to see now you can see this is order block. Now, are you going to reject it? Let's watch and see. We have breaker block, we have breaker block, several breaker block. All right. and this is a fair value gap. So even if it has not marked it, there are reasons for that. We don't want it to be too cloudy. So, but if you watch and see that the market's actually taking move to move back up there as much as possible. Do you understand? This is a scanner. Another scanner here, so those similar, because we don't want to. We have over 30 scanners. Oh yes, over 30 scanners that will help you to take advantage of the market with ease and all of that. So you can see the fair value gap there. And I just need to break. And then if you break all of this and get back to this breakout block, it's already a lot of money. All right. It's already a lot of money. That's the truth. Okay. Then we have another one, of course. It's similar, just around other block so that you can take trade from one other block to another. Do you understand? Okay. This is a currency, SND. Okay, you can see SNDJPY. It has got into a breaker block. All right, so perhaps we may have rejection, but you can imagine this a scanner combined with this had already told you to sell from here. So let's look at it. If you sell from here, that's about 70 something pips. Wow, amazing. Let me look at it. See the sell signal, and then it's after. So let's say you didn't even enter on time. You enter the candle after. So about 20 pips as your stop loss. If you do 1:1, 1:2 risk reward will be here. So, but here, that's about 1:3 when the signal came up. Now, there are other things that you will have to consider that you may not have exit like that because you are still watching and seeing other things around it. Do you understand? This is the lovely thing about our opportunity and why we tell people to maximize uh, our ecosystem. And so the cheapest we can find, $150 a whole year, and then it's not about just giving you crap, it's just to show you diversification and then still teach you how to navigate the global financial market, and at the same time leveraging on good knowledge that you can be independent for yourself. So the wholeness, the whole thing, that to let people see beyond what you can see. All right. So thank you very much. So if you are registered already on our ecosystem, so go through this video again and again. If you have not registered, I think there's a need for you to register so that to maximize profits and all of that. So I'm sure if you have diversification, some platform giving you like 5% every month, some platform giving you like 10% every month, some platform giving you like 20% every month. I'm not sure you are going to run away. All right. I'm not, so, and it's hands-free, right? And it's not because when I say hands-free, now most time when you when tell people hands-free, it's not enough. Yes, I only tell people it's not about just hands-free. Is it decentralized? Okay. Hands-free, no. Is it decentralized? So my being decentralized is my first target. All right. Is it decentralized? And you say it's hands-free. Now, what do you mean by decentralized? Decentralized then that if I'm going to connect to a strategy, is it the strategy provider that my money is still going to be deposited in? Are you getting it now? Okay. So now, for instance, if I'm going to connect to a strategy, let me show you guys something very quickly, and I'm off after this. So now this is a strategy in robotic for crypto, for instance, okay? And you have different strategy here. Look at the strategy, starter board, maybe average of 100 and what performance, per performance. So it can be lower, it can be higher. 65, 177, 115, 421. All right. You are not paying to connect with all of this. Okay. Yeah. You are not paying to connect with all of this. Okay. So imagine now, so all of these, and you're just making money at different segments. So you don't have any complaint. If you are in Plan B Express Cashflow Solution Club and you are complaining of money, then something is wrong. Then outside that, if you refer any friend to Plan B Express Cashflow Solution Club, you make 20%. So imagine you have 20 customers or partners, friends, who come into Plan B Express Cashflow Solution Club, and they subscribe 150 per year. and you make 20% of that 150 per year, that is $30, right? $30. And you have 20 people, 20 clients. So $30 times 20, you know how much that, and that's what we call a residual income. So it's not about inviting people to Kalo system, no. About value exchange platforms where they can say, wow, thank you for bringing me here. So ladies and gentlemen, so that's what you need to do. If you are already registered, please don't joke with this video. And then if you are not yet registered, still don't joke and take action. My name is Medai Jima. I'm the team lead of Plan B Express. You can go to the comment section and join our group, or you can message me on Telegram. All right? You can message me on Telegram and ask how to get involved in this system. Do have a nice time, and bye for now.